fans, to the Corban Sports Report, Week 2. I'm Danny Day, joined here today by Seth Dolly. Seth, it was another big weekend this past weekend here in Salem, up in the C. Jeffers Sports Center. A couple of big games going on Friday night, and then on Saturday as well. College of Idaho was in town, then there was Eastern Oregon. We'll start with the women first, Seth. Talk to us about what happened with the women.
Well, it was a tale of two games for the Corban women's basketball team as they went 1-1 last weekend. Last Friday night, they defeated College of Idaho 80-75. They led by as many as 23 points, but had to hold on to a 5-point lead. Julia Young scored 19 points and led the way. Meanwhile, Tara Van Breekhuysen with 15 points and 12 rebounds. Corban out-rebounded the Oats in that contest 51-29 and route to a 5-point victory. Then that next night, Corban fell short to Eastern Oregon 76-66. Corban trailed by as many as 16 in the second half, almost came back, cut to 5 late in that game. Peyton Wilcox led the Warriors with 14 points and 8 rebounds. Looking ahead for the Warriors, next up, this Friday night, they take on Northwest University. Northwest comes in with a 10-9 record overall, 3-6 in CCC play. You look back on December 20th, Corban beat Northwest 67-60 on the road. Then on Saturday, Corban will take on the Evergreen State College. Evergreen comes in with a 10-6 record and 4-5 in CCC play. On December 19th, Corban defeated the Gooey Ducks 65-51 in Olympia, Washington. Let's take a look at the CCC standings. As we see, Corban sits there with a 6-3 record in Cascade Collegiate Conference play. They are 12-9 overall, sitting in second place. Number 12, Southern Oregon, and Eastern Oregon, who's also receiving votes in the coaches poll, are tied for first place with a 7-2 record. Looking ahead to this weekend, there are two teams that Corban already beat this season. They'll be at home. At least 3 players scored in double figures, and those two wins against these two teams. And Corban needs a rebound. They're facing 2 of the top 4 rebounding teams in conference. They need to attack the glass. So Danny, tell us how the men's team is doing here at Corban.
Sure. So last weekend it was a tough weekend again. 0-2. College of Idaho, the number 4 team in the nation, came into town. It was a gold out night. Cadmar was involved. It was a fantastic night, fantastic atmosphere. So the Warriors kept it close. It was a great first half, 29-26, only down 3 at the half to the number 4 team in the country. So the Warriors were playing very well. It was a great night for Cadmar to be unveiled. Everyone was enjoying his presence, and I think that they'll enjoy him moving forward. Unfortunately, in the second half for the Warriors didn't go quite as smoothly as the first. Ended up falling to the Yotes by a final score of 74-59. It was Cyrus Ward who had 16 points and 6 rebounds. A pretty efficient night for him overall. Jordan Carter had 15 points. On Saturday night, it was Eastern Oregon who came to town. It was another good game for the Warriors. Ultimately, though, the Warriors fell late, couldn't finish down the stretch. Fell by a final score of 70-59. Jordan Carter again, 18 points leading the way for the Warriors, and then it was Toby Roth, 13 points, and then Caleb Herzberg had a good game for the Warriors, nailing a few 3-pointers with 12 points off the bench for Corban. So looking ahead to this weekend, though, we had Gold Out weekend last weekend. This weekend it's going to be another exciting weekend of Corban Warrior basketball. We've got Northwest, as you mentioned before, and Evergreen coming to town. Despite having lost a few games lately, they know that they can beat these teams. Last time around, it was AJ Monterossi up in Kirkland, Washington, scored 33 points for the Warriors. Just had a fantastic game, career best night. We'll see if he can repeat that against the Eagles on Friday night here in the C. Jeffers Sports Center. Whoever wins this game could go on to take that final spot in the CCC tournament. And then Evergreen on Saturday night, another must-win game for the Warriors. Beat them back on December 19th, 82-68. When the Warriors were up in Washington, they shot over 59% in both games, something that they'll be looking to do again here this weekend in Salem. So as we mentioned, taking a look at the CCC standings, 9-9 overall for the Warriors, 2-7 in league. But again, this conference is incredibly talented from top to bottom. There's not an easy game night in, night out. You got the number 4 team in the country, College of Idaho, number 10 team, Southern Oregon, Concordia at number 12, and then Warner Pacific at number 18. All tied for first place right now with a 7-2 record. So how are the Warriors going to be successful and ultimately win some of these games down the stretch? Well, they're the second best 3-point shooting team in the conference. They've made 3-pointer in 926 straight games. That's best in all of collegiate basketball, but currently in this season in the CCC, second best in 3-point shooting. Going to have to move the ball around well and ultimately just play as a team to win these games. So for Seth Dolly, I'm Danny Day. Go Warriors.